Hello friends, this is Preeti Sagar and here I'm going to start a new series that is based on how you have to read The Hindu. Because The Hindu, if I say, that is backbone for the UPSC examination. And there is, lots of students, they find problem to read The Hindu because they complains that they take like 2 to 3 hours to read the paper, and there are lots of articles they do not understand or they do not correlate it, so they are not able to do it. So here I'm just going to start a series so that you can take it as a help, and this is just a kind of a series. So here we will discuss what you have to read in the newspaper, that is The Hindu. So we will go through all such articles, what you have to go through, and you can correlate it with your papers. So here I'm going to start. So on the first page, there is one article called Drone Strikes on Saudi Facility Led to Jump in Crude Prices. So if I see about this article, so here Saudi facility or drone and jump in crude prices. So these are some keywords in this article. So here you can relate this article with your paper, that is you can relate it in your paper GS2. Okay. So you can correlate this article with GS2. So you can go through this article. There is one more article on Jammu and Kashmir. So lots of articles has been discussed in the newspaper and lots of issues are there. So you can skip it. This is not important for the paper now. Then on page number 1, one more article about Farooq detained under PSA, his house declared a jail. So he is under house arrest. So you do not have to go through the personnel, but you can go through, there is one act called Public Safety Act. So you can correlate it and you can read about this act. Then you can skip all such articles which are mentioned on page number 1, then skip page number 2, then skip page number 3. But on page number 3, one article is about NGT. So you have to go through about NGT, and you should know about NGT because many a times UPSC asks question on such tribunals. So you should know about NGT, and you can take it as a reference in such papers. Like you can take it as a reference in essay paper if you get any question on environmental issues, or you can take it as a reference in paper 4, that is GS3. Here environment related questions you get, so you can just give a reference of it. So you can go through reply to plea on environmental labs. So you can go through this article. Then you can skip another articles on this page, then move on to page number 4, and there is one picture that is magic moment, and it is about Safdarjung tomb. So you should know about the person because many a times it happens that UPSC asks question on that, and if you find any picture on this page or in this newspaper, so you should know about that picture, you should know about the background of that picture. So you can go through about Safdarjung tomb. Then you can skip another articles on this page and move on to page number 5. There is a report about malaria cases higher than last year. So you should know about this report, what this report is mentioning, and it is mentioning about malaria issues and which is seasonal. So you should know about medicine or precautionary measures. Maybe UPSC asks question on that. So this is important. You can skip another articles on this page, then move on to page number 6, and I do not found any important article related with your examination. Then move on to page number 7. Here also I do not found any article. Then move on to page number 8. There is an article called Search Continues for 38 Boat Capsize Victims. So this is about ongoing issue on Godavari, where some people they went for some sightseeing, and they are accidentally their boat got drowned, and some people found their dead bodies found, but many people they are still missing. So rescue team are working on that. So you can go through this article, and there are some mentioning of some barrages, okay, barrages. So you should know about that. You should know about some dams if it is mentioning, and you should know about the area where this accident has happened, and this is on the banks of Godavari rivers, which is in the Andhra Pradesh, which flowing through Andhra Pradesh, and it goes to Bay of Bengal. So you should know the location, you should know the tributary of Godavari. Then you can move on to the articles. You can skip another articles on this page, then move on to page number 9, and there is no such article on this page. Then move on to page number 10, that is editorial, and which is very important, because on editorial page you find many important articles, and many a times students find very difficult to understand these articles. So you can go through this page. There is an article called Undesirable and Divisive, and it is about the ongoing issue of official language, because on September 14, Union government, they celebrated Hindi Divas, and our Home Minister, he presented a speech on the importance of Hindi. So he advised all such parties or our country to adopt Hindi as the language. So a debate is going on with among some other states, like states in the South India. So you can go through this article, and you can correlate this article with your paper 2. Okay, this is a topic of polity, so you can go through that, and maybe you can find question on in your prelims paper, so you can correlate this article. Then move on to another topic, another article, that is avoidable boat tragedy. So as I said that there was an article about Godavari issue, and this article is related with that issue. So this article you can go through, and it is important from the point of view of disaster management, because some rescue teams are involved in that, they are working on that, they are finding people. So you can go through this article. So this is important. Then there is another article called The Slow Climb to the Trillion Economy Peak. So as Union government, they have declared their target to achieve a 5 trillion economy for India, but we are facing a slowdown. So they have discussed all such issues, all such mentioning of those issues. So you can go through this article. This is very important. This is important from the point of view of prelims and from the point of view of mains. So you can go through that. Then there is another article, Israel-Pakistan ties a bridge too far. So you can skip that article, because there is no mentioning of India here. So if any international related issues you find, so just go through that. If there is any mentioning of relation with India, or if it can impact India, so only then you have to go through such articles. So here when I was going through, so I do not find any such mentioning of India, so you can skip this article. This is not important for your examination. Then you can move on to another page, that is op-ed, and this is on page number 11 today. So there is an article, The Debut of Periyar Through a Story. So this is about Periyar, that was E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar. So you should know the personality, because UPSC asks questions in prelims on the basis of personality, or he can ask a question in mains also on the basis of personality, like his impact of studies or his contribution on national movement, or on any such things like social religious movement too, because E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar, he had impact on national movement as well as socio-economic, socio-religious movement. So you should know about this person, his personality, his contribution, his impact. So you should go through this article. Then there is one more article, Protect the Messenger. So this is somewhere related to the media issues going on these days, like threat to media. So this is important, like media ethics, okay, and threat to media. So you should go through this article too. Then another article on this page you can skip and move on to page number 12, that is news page. And here you can discuss, you can go through one article that is about Congress to discuss slowdown with opposition parties. So here also they are discussing, the opposition parties are discussing over the slowdown economic situation going on in the country. So you can go through that, okay, because there are some views of our opposition parties too. Then on the same page, there are two articles, that is US President to attend Modi event, and another is PM delighted by Trump's decision. So this is about India-US relation on the current issues. So you can go through these two articles. Then skip another articles on the page and move on to page number 13. here there are no such articles I found which is important for the prelims or mains. So you can move on to another page, page number 14, that is Word. You can skip these articles too and move on to the economy or business page. So here some articles are there which is important and which is relevant for the economic perspective and which is important for prelims as well as mains. So one article is fuel prices may rise by up to rupees 5 a litre. So there was an article on the page number 1 related to price hike in the crude oil. So you can correlate these two articles because the reason behind the price hike or there is a mentioning of rupees 5 a litre. So the reason behind this is the drone attack because of imbalance in the crude oil in the country. So you can go through this article. And then there is one more issue, that is Make in India export from here, Prasad tells tech majors. So this is about Make in India process and it is related to the relations with other companies or other countries. So you can go through this article because the minister has mentioned some like electronic manufacturing products. So you can go through this like how it is impacting. So this article you can go through. Then another article is Digital Certificate of Origin System Unveiled. So you can go through this article too. There is a mentioning of digital certificates as the target of the union government is to make India as a digital India. So this is in the relation with that digital India. So you can go through this article. Then another article is Stock Slide on Crude Oil Concerns. So this is also related to the crude oil imbalance. Okay, so you can go through this article too. You can correlate this article. Then another articles I do not found important, and these were some articles which you should go through, and I hope this is whatever I have mentioned in this video. So these articles are relevant and these articles are very short to read or to understand. So you can go through those articles which I have mentioned, and this will save your time. You do not need to go through like 2 to 3 hours, and you do not need to spend 2 to 3 hours on the newspaper reading. So this is very concise and you can go through these. Thank you.
Career Launcher. Make your parents explode with joy.